Hi guys, this is Ness from Hip Hop Festival Podcast, also Down to Earth Podcast. I'm here with the one and only incomparable R.A. Rugged Man. He came up to Toronto and has just finished out his concert. We are happy to have you in Toronto. What makes you keep coming back to Toronto?
Well, if they book me, I come. You know, I love Toronto, and if they keep booking me, they've been booking me for decades now. So it's a blessing that you guys keep bringing me back. So that's what brings me back, the people.
Absolutely, absolutely. I want to talk a little bit more about how you're multifaceted. You're working on a film. You're a journalist. You're a producer. And you are also independent. And being independent, how is that working out for you right now?
Well, you know, after the internet, being independent worked a little easier. You know, I was around for decades. So I was a teenager in the industry and there was no computer.
Right.
So you relied on a corporation to put your posters in other countries and other cities. And now, you know, you can press buttons and the world gets your music. You put out a new song. They got it in Russia. They got it in Brazil. They got it in Japan.
You don't even have to be in Russia to record your part. You're right.
No, that's what I'm saying. You press one button and the world could hear the music. Back in the day, you relied on a label to get your the word out. You had no other way to do it. Unless you were rich or something. But, you know, just a kid from the street, you go, okay, label, make me famous.
That's it.
Now you can make yourself famous.
That's it. I love Instagram, but I also know that people take Instagram to a point where they think things are real. Like, it's good for businesses, good for artists like yourself. The thing with Instagram, I feel like people like look at it and be like, this is real life. When what we're doing right now, as he stands here, what he did about 15 minutes ago and gave his heart out, you can see the back of his hair sweating. He had the crowd going. What makes you still interested, still captivated by hip hop?
Well, this isn't real. I'm an AI. She actually has an AI, the Rugged Man. You never know these days, and all of a sudden,
we real.
No, hip hop is my life, my culture. I grew, you know, since a little baby. I was a little child, and I dedicated everything to you know, every piece of me to the culture, studying it, living it, you know, working with all my idols, learning from all my idols when I was young, and getting on stages 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, you know. So this is what I live to do. This is what my life is about, the culture.
Right. Jeff, or AKA Citizen Kane, came on and said he is motivated by everything music. So you're basically saying that everything you do is for the music. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. When I participate in hip hop, like when I'm doing film, it's a different
right.
thing. Cause I am a filmmaker too.
Yes.
But as far as, but even that, when I'm making a movie, there's so much influence from the hip hop culture.
Absolutely.
You know, where the plot goes, where the story goes, a line of dialogue, a piece of music. So it's still
intro, outro,
so what you just said, that I said, no, I was wrong. Yes, it even goes into all my, yes. Hip hop goes into all of my art, all of my life.
Absolutely.
And to raising my children, hip hop, my little kids, when they were 4, 3, 2 years old. So what you saying, you know, EPMD, my whole life is hip hop. My kids, 2 years old, was singing, make the music with your mouth, Biz.
Rest in peace, Biz Markie.
That's one of my idols. And shout out to Diamond Shell, Biz brother. He was out there in Brentwood when I was a kid, and he had his record deal too, you know, before me. And shout out to Diamond J out there in Brentwood. You know,
since we're doing shout outs, let's start by, where can we find you on all social platforms? Let the audience know right there.
I think, you know, Instagram is already the Rugged Man Official. Facebook already the Rugged Man. I think, I don't know if it's I don't even know my own stuff. And Twitter, which the Nazi owns, you know.
He has a unique name, R.A. Rugged Man. So all you guys got to do is search him out.
R.A. the Rugged Man.
R.A. the Rugged Man.
And YouTube, R.A. the Rugged Man.
Perfect.
I got a TikTok, but like I don't really.
I know. I don't plan with TikTok.
Oh man, now my daughter does TikTok dances on my page.
Oh, so she runs your page for you.
Not really, like So we're trying. I'm trying to figure that one out. I think I have to learn it to use it.
That's okay. At the end of the day, you have support, and that's what we need in hip hop, and the support of helping each other in the community, not gatekeeping. Let's talk about something that has happened recently. Hip hop hasn't charted. What do you think about that?
Well, hip hop hasn't charted, but hip hop just got a mayor elected.
Right.
You know, the mayor of New York is now a hip hop artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Democrat, socialist, Muslim rapper.
Woo!
He might not have charted on the charts, but they just got elected to the damn, highest in New York City. So,
well, I have to big him up because he did. I'm Trinidadian, and he did talk about.
Oh, my Trini's in the house.
Yes,
Word. Shout out to Trinidad. But the man who discovered me, Mark Niles, he's a Trini, and his mother who. When I was roaming around the streets, she brought me in and we cooked my roots back then.
She gave you some pilau.
Yeah, and she had the magic, like I'd get sick and she'd give me some weird things in the cup and I'd be healed. Yeah. It wouldn't taste the best, but it
helped you out. Yeah.
So I came up with some Trinis and
so you know about a little bit about our culture as well. That's fantastic. So you're an honorary Trinidadian. So let's talk about something else you mentioned earlier. You mentioned that you actually were, a filmmaker, and you started working on a documentary about your family, God Take and God Give. Do you want to talk about that with me a little bit?
Yeah, sure. That was a documentary. Wait, okay. Yeah, so this is
we're going back to the Trinis.
Yeah, that's
Trinidad and Tobago.
That's my second grandmother. That's my Trini grandma with my kids right there.
What's her name? Shout her out.
Ma Duke Niles. That's Ma Niles.
Big up Ma Duke. You incorporated a Trini and you treat him right.
I had my demo tape and I had a song that got me signed. One of the songs was called Bloody Axe. And she's on the chorus going, Bloody Axe.
Yes, my dude's getting it.
I pull out the receipts when I pull the Trini card. I said, nah.
But that's nice because that's showing that you have, it's not your blood, but that person showed you some love and incorporated.
And her son discovered me. I was, I guess when I was just rapping in the streets.
Right.
And so when I was about 15, probably 16.
Right.
He was producing this other artist I knew, Stimulation and Proficient. And they brought me to the studio and he's like, yo, I'm producing this kid, man. I'm producing him. So he took me and we made all our demos. And those are the demos I made that got us the first deals.
Right, so, right. Because I know you're
shout out to Mark Niles. Yeah.
Yeah. So
well, in the beginning, when I was a teenager, I ended up getting a bidding war.
I saw that. I read that.
All of them. So
I read that.
I signed a Jive, I signed a Priority, I signed a Capital, all of that stuff. But I was a loose cannon,
Right. You're living your life.
They all knew the art was good, the music was good, but the personality was not.
So when you say loose cannon, you would say maybe you were in the streets, you weren't doing the right thing.
A little too violent, a little too crazy. I was young.
And when did you transition? What happened?
You grow up. My daddy was wild when he was young. My little brother was wild. And, we come from a wild family. And in age and wisdom, and you realize you shoot yourself in the foot and fucking everything up. We allowed to curse?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so...
yeah, absolutely. No, I appreciate the respect.
Still got the loose cannon, but I try to protect myself from letting them come out, and I've been doing pretty damn good.
Absolutely.
I'm proud of myself.
Listen to me.
People knew me in the 90s. No, it was like, yo,
listen. People look at this and they're gonna hate, just like you. They're gonna hate on me because that's what they remember about me, about being Anessa back in the day, in the 90s. I was a wild child, but again,
that's the good thing. That's what life is.
That's it.
That's what created these lessons that we have now.
Exactly.
Imagine being a boring ass person till you die.
Listen,
from step one to step dead. He was just boring.
I'm going to say this because he's going to understand. If you're Trinidadian, one thing they show you is how to lime. And you know what liming is. Either you do nothing or you do too much. You know what I mean? So I get where you're coming from. But let us bring it back to your documentary called God Take, God Give.
No, that was something I started after my father passed years ago.
Rest in peace.
But I wasn't technical or educated enough. I thought that your documentary, you just take a camera and you can make it.
Right.
But there's a lot more to making a documentary. So I was failing my father trying to make it with just me and a couple friends.
So can I just stop you for a second?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Somebody just told me this the other day. Never say that you're a failure.
I was failing.
Yeah.
No,
the event was the failure.
I failed on that project.
Right, yes.
I tried to bring to life. I didn't have a budget. I thought I could make it with zero. Mic just shut off.
Okay. No, I hear you. You got your headphones. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
So, yeah, no, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought
But you know
make
what,
a documentary with $0.
But you took the chance, and
was
you're.
emotional.
You were, no. You know
Well,
what?
right now,